Peace, blessings, wellness. I'm Giovanna Tisdale, the Sacred Wellness Alchemist, formerly known as the Spiritual Love Healer and Shamanic Money Priestess. I have been working on updating my website, which is theculturespa.com, and really shifting things so that all the things that I do are now in one place, which is really big for me because I used to do a lot, and it feels good to just have one place for all of my work, which is what the Kulture Spa is. And I made a big decision changing the Spiritual Love Healer YouTube channel over to just my name, and I'm in the process of switching out my socials as well to do the same. So the Spiritual Love Healer will eventually be sunset. And this for me has been really huge because I've been rocking with the Spiritual Love Healer since 2018 or something like that. And a lot of that work was what got me here. And so to shift it, to feel like I'm moving away from it feels scary, but it almost feels like this is a birthing, like the Spiritual Love Sanctuary, Spiritual Love Healer, all those different things were like the gestation period. And now the Kulture Spa is like what is being birthed out of all of that. And I love it. It's just an evolution of my life, of my work. And so here I am. What I did on my website, I did an about page and shared my journey, my calling, and how what I call now Sacred Wellness Alchemy, which is all the different things that I was doing, was created. And then I integrated in the spiritual love work as well as the shamanic money work. And so it all will live and thrive there. One of the things I'm really, really excited and wanting to do is to get back into doing the Abundance Code Collective and having my community, teaching courses, but I'm also trying to be patient and really get down my onboarding for clients that do come physically into the spa, making sure that that is seamless, making sure that my website, it's easy to find things. So I'm creating a whole new booking experience that gives a blurb about the service, because I do offer a lot of things and I want people to be able to find what they need, learn about things if they don't know what they are, and also be able to book them. And the booking software I'm using right now doesn't really do that. So I'm building that out, and it's taking time because it's a lot of services. But I'm really excited and grateful and thankful and blessed. And I love how things are going and growing. So that's just a little bit of an update on what I am working on. It's been a minute since I've had literally the time and the space to record a video. I have been busy. I've had company. I've just been working. I've been doing a lot for the business, and I have not had a chance to sit down and record a YouTube video in a little while. And today I was like, I actually have the time, so let me sit down and do this. So here I am. So I'm going to share some other things that I'm excited about. One are getting in more dry brushes so that I can add that as a service for the spa. I'm extremely, extremely excited about that. I really love dry brushing. It's great for the lymphatic system. It's great for the skin, and it feels good. So I'll be adding that, which is something that I've been looking forward to. I got some new decks in. Getting back into doing readings or just sharing spiritual wisdom for the collective is something that I'm really excited about as well. And just all the things. I really love that I have to remind myself, because there's such a big vision that I have, and I'm like, we're building it. So it's also a reminder to be where I am, to be mindful in business, to be mindful with where I am, and enjoy it all because soon things will be completely different. So I love what I do. I love that I get to do massage and energy healing and coaching and readings. I love the variety of services that I offer and different things that I get to do throughout the day. It's literally my dream. It's all the things that I have been working on through a variety of different channels, and I've just funneled them all together through the Kulture Spa, which is my sacred wellness sanctuary. It's everything, and I'm really grateful, honored, and blessed to do this work. So that was just a little bit of an update. I kind of want to do a deck review because I have not done one. So this is the Curious Travels Tarot deck, one of my birthday decks. I have not really been buying decks lately, especially I'll say within the last year or two. But I got a couple in for my birthday as gifts, and then there were a couple that I was like, I think I want this. So I want to share this deck with you because I'm curious to see what it's about. So it's Curious Travels Tarot deck by Amelia Rosar. This is published by US Games, and this is the guidebook. What I liked about this was the artwork. I was sharing with another reader how I'm not a fan of a lot of the decks that are being created now that have that more like flat, minimalistic style art. It doesn't do anything for me. Like, I like art, I like complex and abstract layers, and that my spirit likes that. And so one of the things that I liked about this were the different colors on the deck. I like that it seems like there's like just different, I don't know, it had a little more detail in it. So let's see. So the guidebook has an introduction, then it goes into the definitions of the Wands, Cups, Swords, Pentacles. There's a bonus card, did not know that. And then there is a Curious Traveler spread. So this book has about 80 pages, and then there's some blank pages where you can take notes. Oh, Emily is from Connecticut. Cool. That's so awesome. Okay, so it dives right in with an introduction, and then it goes into the majors. There's a good half a page or so for each of the majors, and there's like a little bit of imagery in here as well, so it kind of shows what the card features. It gives a description of the card, then the upright and the reverse meaning for each, and then it goes in and does the same for the minor arcana. So very straightforward, simple. There's no like extra, like real extra information in here. And this is a page about the bonus card, which is the Travelers. And where's the spread? The Curious Traveler spread is a 5-card spread. Interesting. So that's it for the guidebook. And then we have the cards still in the shrink wrap because I haven't opened them, but that's the back. So if you want to read reversals, you can. There's no, oh, it looks like these are a linen finish, which is nice. Oh, did I cut the cards? I did a little bit. Sorry. Oh, it just feathered the top of them. I was not being, okay, I fixed it. I just rubbed it out a little and you can't even tell. So these are the cards, good size. I feel like these are slightly larger than a traditional deck, but I don't have one out or opened that I could test that out. But there is the full card. Oh, look at the gold foil. So there's a little monkey, which looks like my little monkey. I love Curious George. I have a little Curious George stuffy. And either he is dropping or taking something out of this alligator's mouth. That's a very interesting depiction of the Fool. Because normally we see a person with the dog standing on the cliff with their pack over their shoulder, but here we have a completely different image. The Fool is bright and optimistic, eager to jump into the unknown. He descends from another world up into the trees to reach his hands into the mouth of a crocodile. It's a crocodile, not an alligator, the reality of which seems to be the last thing on his mind. Instead, he's a dreamer, thinking about what might happen if he reaches the golden flower he so desperately wants. So it's almost like he's so focused on his desires that he's not letting fear get in the way, which can be a good thing, but then that can also not be a good thing depending on the circumstances. So I do love this depiction of the Fool. And I have to look up what crocodiles mean, because there's something, I forget what they mean spiritually. All right, so next we have the Magician. So all of these cards have like this gold foil, which I really appreciate. I love the linen finish. It easily allows the cards to show up and doesn't have like a super high gloss where the light would distract. But there is the Magician. He's got the wand in his hand, and then there's coins in a cup up there in the tree. Interesting that it's 3 coins, the cup, the wand. Where's the other suit at? I'm not seeing it. It's interesting though, at the base of the tree that looks like a face, and it looks like that's kind of what the Magician is looking at. So maybe this person, and that's why they're holding these things, because maybe the Magician turned them into a tree, or maybe the Magician is trying to return them back to a human. Wow. That is so fascinating. See, I really appreciate this art. The more that I look at the cards, the more I am appreciative. The Magician is dressed in red as he stands beneath the tree with a wooden face. A Celtic infinity symbol sits atop its branches. Oh, that's what those are, not the coins. As he reaches for the sky, the Magician points his wand to earth, symbolic of the material and spiritual working together in harmony. The Magician utilizes these natural forces to divine and to manifest his goals. So that's the Celtic infinity symbol. I was thinking those were 3 coins, but there's still the chalice in the tree. And that replaces the lemnis gate that usually is above the Magician's head. Here we have the High Priestess. I absolutely love this. Just really beautiful. It leaves a lot to the imagination. And I like how she's hiding herself, because that wisdom comes through her, like, you know, the practice of veiling, and she's got her pomegranate there in her hands. Love it. And there's the Empress. She's got the stars covering her eyes. She's pregnant. There's the forest behind her, the wheat as well. And she's also holding the pomegranate. And there's the Emperor. He looks a little bored, the way he's resting on that arm. But there's the Ankh. He's got the ram's head, and in his hand, a golden sphere. And there's the Hierophant, the owl. Knowledge. And I love like the crescent moons, and then the symbol of hearing or receiving information. This is the Lover's card, which I really, really love and appreciate. I like the all-seeing eye above. I like the play on, you know, masculine and feminine coming together, two heads uniting, the left and the right. It's just so many different ways of looking at this card. And I like that the focus is really on the elephants, like, because the background is black, it forces you to like look right directly at them. And I feel like this really encapsulates the energy of the lovers. Like, elephants are super wise, they have amazing memories, they're very gentle but also a force. And it's just like this deep unity that I feel, and it's very beautiful. I love this. This is probably one of my favorite Lovers cards. And there is the Chariot. We've got two horses. I like that they're not doing anything. And then you have the figure in the actual chariot back there. Strength. This feels so loving and protected. Like, you can see this woman there and she's just covered in the flowers, and it's like nothing can hurt her. She's got this guardian lion surrounding her who is just gentle and loving towards her. I really, really, it's like the higher self. There's a spirit guide like cradling you. This is so beautiful. The Hermit. Oh my gosh. This is so ghastly, but not in a scary way. It's very like liminal, ethereal, like just almost like you're walking between worlds. That's what I get from this, like a shamanic journey. And there is the Wheel of Fortune. Love, love, love the symbolism here. Justice. I really love this as well. You still have the sword at the top, but I see like she's walking across the tightrope and having to balance herself, the bar that she's holding. Yeah, I like this. And it's got like the similar pillars as the High Priestess as well. And there is the Hanged Man, and it looks like, uh-oh. I had to rearrange some things because the cards slipped off my desk. But here's the Hangman. And if that's a boa constrictor, then a lot of times, like when they're prey or whatever they've captured, the more that it wiggles and moves, the tighter it gets. So it's like you have no choice but to surrender. And there is Death. And we've got Temperance here. I love that this is a child. I was just thinking about how children naturally regulate their emotions, even if they're like having a tantrum and they're yelling and they're screaming and they're crying and they're laughing, and then they just get up and they keep moving because they've processed whatever it is that they've needed to process. And that reminds me of this here in Temperance, and just very sweet and gentle and beautiful. And he's holding his shoes, and you can see like the crown is still a little too big. Like, he hasn't quite grown into his role yet. He's still learning, but balancing out as best he can. And to me, this is also a reminder to like be gentle with ourselves, because at the end of the day, we are still, you know, our little selves, and we're still learning and still growing. And there's so much that we don't know. And if we could just see ourselves as these innocent children without the scars and the trauma of our life's journey, and just see ourselves as divine and innocent, we too could find a little more balance. I really love this devil card. Oh my goodness. Because he doesn't even need their whole body. All he needs is their brain, their thoughts. And he's got their heads and they're just kind of suspended there between the chains. It's like, to me, like living on autopilot. You keep doing the same shit. You don't even know why. It's just like you are just stuck in this habit. And sometimes that can be good, right? So the devil's not always bad, because if you're committed to a new healthy habit, reading an hour every night, that's a good thing to kind of be committed or stuck to. But if these are unhealthy or harmful things, then we have to regain control of our thought process, our decision-making processes, our executive functioning, so that we can make better and healthy choices. And it's interesting that those chains are made of gold. There we have the Tower. I wonder, is this our young boy from Temperance? It could be. They're wearing similar clothes, but maybe he's gotten bigger, where he's learned some things. Maybe he got caught up here, and then it's like, okay, something's got to change, because clearly he's grown, and maybe the way that he was living. Oh my goodness, that's a lake of fire. I just realized that was like fire down there. Rebirth, burning away. Here in North Carolina, there's still lots of farms, and sometimes they will do, I forget what it's called, but it's a controlled burn to reset and prepare the land again, for a new crop. So they'll burn what once was to create something different. So I kind of feel that energy here when I'm looking at this card. Like, okay, something wasn't working. We need to completely reset, purge it, burn it away. And if you ever have like burned your hand, or God forbid, like caught on fire, that's an intense pain. So I just, this Tower card like really, really hits home. I don't know, it makes it feel like you can feel the pain of what it feels like to like burn your hand. So imagine like burning, and what the pain of that experience could feel like. And sometimes that's how a Tower card sweeps through. And here we have the Star. And there's the Moon. Definitely a different Moon card. Nothing much is coming up for this one for me. The Moon is always mysterious though, because it's like, where are we? Are we at the bottom of the ocean? Are we not? And here is the Sun. Oh, look at this Judgment card. I don't know, there's something about that blue, the blue shades that are really, it's very interesting. That renewal, waking up, awakening. And there we have the World. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna try to go through these a bit quicker. Oh, so here is the Ace of Wands. And remember our tree from the Magician with the face, and we can see like the branches wrapping and growing. Like, this is the wand. Like, right, I'm a healer, a massage therapist, so my hands are my tools. And when we think about, so we have chakras in our hand, or I can't think of the term. I want to say nadis. And they connect directly to our heart, which is why like hitting someone or things like that like can be very jarring, because like that is actually what we do with our hands is a heart action. That's what I'm trying to say. So we have this here, which is very beautiful. And there is the Two of Wands. Very supportive. Interesting though, her shoe is tied around this tree while she's sitting in the swing there. So it's like you can't really go anywhere. You're not ready to move forward. Or if you try to swing, you could possibly fall because your leg's gonna go in a different direction. So that's really interesting. There's the Three of Wands. This reminds me of a different deck. I want to say it's the Guardian Tarot that uses a lot of trees, and they look like kind of like ghastly people. This suit really reminds me of that. I might pull that one out. That was a deck that I didn't really connect with at first, but once I really sat down and started looking through it and working with it, I fell absolutely in love. And it actually, no, it happened because I was like walking through the woods and I happened to look up. And like the way the trees were reminded me of that deck. And then I kind of started to understand more behind it. Was, yeah. Anyways. Oh my gosh, this is so gorgeous. Look at the Four of Wands. There's the Five of Wands. It's just coming in from all directions. I like cards like this because I'll pay attention to like one of the figures and then look at their placement, what they're doing, how is it affecting other people. Yeah. There's the Six. The Seven. Oh, this kind of made me sad. Because it's like he's scratching his head. Like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, what are y'all doing? I'm just sitting here being an orangutan. Where you got all these sticks pointed at me? He's not pointing his stick anywhere. His is just, he's just holding it. The pointed edge is away from all of this. There's the Eight of Wands. She's high up in the sky. The Nine of Wands. This looks so sad. Oh. The Ten of Wands. Look at their eyes. Oh my goodness. That makes me so sad. I'm not even going to talk about it. But here's the Page, and you can see the salamander there. The Knight. It's a fiery horse. And there's the Queen. And the King, who embodies the flame, and he's got two beings there in his hands. So we've got the Ace of Cups. The Two of Cups, the snakes there. There's the Three of Cups, the Four, the Five of Cups. Very interesting. Like the bridge over their head. It's like not a physical like need to transition or need to cross a bridge, but an internal one. Like your thoughts and your emotions are what you need to transition away from this to that, to what is still there. There is the Six of Cups, the Seven of Cups, the Eight of Cups, the Nine of Cups. It's interesting. It's like a waterfall. That's a very interesting, because the Nine of Cups is usually like the wish card, and it's almost like, are they being poured out or being poured into? I wonder what the guidebook says about this one. Let me see really quick. A girl sits below 9 downward turned cups, obscured by a wall of water. She's perfectly content where she is, smiling as the water flows. Fulfilled and proud of her achievements, she can enjoy her rest before pursuing something new. So it's almost like a wall of protection as well, like having one of those water features with the fountains pouring down. Awesome. Okay, so here's the 10 of Cups, the Page. Ooh, the Knight. Look at all the fish there. The Queen. The King. And there's the Ace of, or excuse me, yeah, the Ace of Swords. The Two of Swords. Oh, this makes me sad too. The Three of Swords. The Four of Swords. Her eyes are open there. The Five of Swords. There's the Six of Swords. The Seven. The Eight of Swords. The Nine of Swords. The 10. Got the Page. The Knight. The Queen with all the butterflies. And the King. And then we have the coins or pentacles. So we've got the Ace. The 2, he's got extra hands to help with all the juggling. Oh, I love this. The 3. There's the 4. That's really interesting, the red carpet and then all the people there on the side. He's got his head down and like he's like trying to stay focused away from like the distractions. There's the 5. The 6. This is really interesting because the pentacles are here and then you've got this hand that doesn't look very nice, right? That's like holding these scales. It's very symbolic and it's almost like, yeah, I like this card. I like it a lot. And I like that it's red too, because red represents our sacral chakra, and that is where a lot of our, you know, financial security and things like that lie. Here we have the 7, the 8. Ooh, this is pretty. The 9. Oh, the 10 of Pentacles. We went back to the elephants that multiplied that love. The Page of Pentacles. The Knight. The Queen. The King. And then there is the Traveler's card that was mentioned in the guidebook. And I will just briefly look at this bonus card. It was created by the artist for this deck to signify forward motion and adventure. It's optional to include it. If pulled, it has the same meaning regardless of orientation. You are bound for fresh experiences, and it's important not to lose yourself in the wave of new opportunities and fresh spaces. Time to reflect on past memories and cherish them as you step into something new. Do your best to document these new adventures as you begin. Start a photo book, a video diary, or a journal. Your future self will thank you for it. So that is the Curious Travels Tarot by Amelia Rosar. It incorporates animals and people, and I like it. I definitely loved the Lover's card, the Hermit, the Tower, the 4 of Pentacles. There were so many good ones that I really was like, I like. I love the art. This also reminds me of another deck that I got on Kickstarter. The art is somewhat similar. So this is the Illustrated Journey deck, I think. This is by Michael Tegan Turner. Got this one off of Kickstarter a while back. And the artwork, I don't know, it's somewhat similar to me. And they also have that nice linen finish. But yeah, that's the Illustrated Journey Tarot, if I'm not mistaken, by Michael Tegan Turner. That reminds me, it has like that similar line work in the deck. And then the other deck, I don't know if that one's as readily available, was the Guardian deck. I will link that because I think I did an unboxing review on that one already. So I will share that in the description. Thank you for tuning in and catching up with me and taking a peek at this awesome new deck. I can't wait to read with it. Yeah, I think it's a really gorgeous deck. Very well done. All right, thank you, love you. I will see you soon. Check out what I'm doing at theculturespa.com or follow me over on Instagram. Peace.